So, what ang interpretation sa among ang morning life skill? Na, as you can see, sa introduction na tayo, so sa 31 ka participants na ay nag-edad 20 to 30, isa nakaduop. Sa 31 to 41, naipito, tas ang 41 to 50, naipat, ang 51 to 60, naipito, ang 61 to 70, o, tas 71 to 80, naibuha. So sa pagkuha sa percentage, is 1 divide mo, 31 ka participants, ano ang percentage? Next. Apin ako na, binganin na palang single status niya, para mag-in ka sa kayo. Kasi karan kay, pinor mo ito, sa kapatid lang, kuhaan. Ako ni personal, okay ako na. Madali. Ang pagkaw ng students, so the socio-demographic profile shows that most respondents are older adults. So as you have katong adult in duha ka tan-aw, di ba? Katong nag-age of 71 to 61 to 70. Mo daghan nga nagagay o kapos sila matuwa mo na sila ang with the largest from age 61 to 70 mo pinaka daghan ang mga nagagay din sila kaya na indicated that fishing is practiced mainly by teaching application. The majority are married kasi ganag to sa mga nagay mga kumana ninyo na kasi gara na ilipin at to tas like sugod diba to I'm not going to do and almost 90% are household heads. So kasi gara to may mga na meaning the respondents are primary decision makers in their families and livelihood activities. All respondents earn 10K or less per month. So this is not gabot of the king of how sigara na mga interview ay dito sila 1K na or sa high ka 100 or 100 na per month. Meaning the respondents
attitude. The results of the study involve community attitude reveal and respondents in the against statements. Table 3.1 show the distribution of responses across a 5-point Likert scale, where 5 indicates strongly agree, 1 indicates strongly agree. The individual statement means range from 3.721 to 4.258, with statement 3 receiving the highest mean of 4.258, indicating the strongest positive attitude, while statement 4 had the lowest mean of 3.741, and still reflecting the positive perception. The opposite mean of 4.016 suggests that overall, the community has a favorable attitude toward the topics measured. Analyzing the positive distribution, 22.38 of responses were strongly agree and 58.47 were agree, totaling of 81.45% of respondents expressing positive attitudes. And then only 2.8 disagreed with the statement and 15.23 in total of while the respondents strongly disagreed. These findings indicate that the majority of the community members are supportive and agreeable toward the issues addressed, demonstrating an overall positive attitude and receptiveness, which may set a strong foundation of programs or interventions targeting this community. So, table 4.1, the overall results show that the fisher folk only sometimes perform the needed sustainable fishing practices. As reflected in the composite mean of 3.301, this means that their practices are not yet consistent, and many of their actions became a situation, convenience, or habit rather than a strong and regular commitment to responsible fishing. So, kasunod nila is sigaran sa ilang mga bagay ko yung panagat is nakabase doon sa sitwasyon na dilit sila huli na hindi ko nila sa mga na responsible fishing na iba niya po yung nagamit yung mga bagay ko yung mga the high scores in some items, especially items 6 and 7, show that there are certain especially this field coming out of the part of their daily routine. This is just a visual of the following process with these are aligned with what they are already know or are used to. And however, the low gain of item 1 and the presence of early and never responses indicate that there are still practices they do not regularly follow, either because they lack awareness, training, or see no immediate benefit. This tells us while the fisher folk have positive intentions, they still need guidance, reinforcement, and proper information to make sustainable fishing a consistent habit. The distribution of answers also shows a mixed pattern, sometimes always early and never, which means that the community is in the middle stage of practicing sustainability. Not poor, but also not yet strong or fully consistent. In general, the results reflect that the fishermen are partially practicing sustainable behaviors, but their actions are not yet stable or uniform, and showing a need for more education, capacity building, and support to ensure that these communities become regulated in our country. Conclusion, the overall results of the study indicate that the fishermen in the community demonstrate a moderate level of knowledge, a general positive attitude, and a consistent practice of selective fishing technologies. In terms of knowledge, respondents are aware of some sustainable selective fishing methods. So aware sila sa mga common siguro ng mga fishing methods na number 1, but gaps remains in understanding of proper use and identification of fishing gears. may isa kasi na yung kanina ito kapag mga bunsod ka nag-iingon sa municipalities ang ito sa mga isda dili sa mga isdaan sa mga lang mga restricted doon din mga bunsod kay ibig ko mawala na yung tindag sa mga isda ang doon na lugar then makapasunod ka dito na sa mga kuha kay sa municipality. Diba rin nakakagawa kami ng conflict or gap between nila ang iyo or ang kaya mga gusto rin sa mga isda. May ganun ako ganyan ito, supposed hindi naman sa daan sa mga ito, di ba? Pero ang mga sa mga tao ito ay gusto sila nga, kaya kami ganito nila na taman kayo, dahil isda ba? So, ibig sa mga ito, magiging ang ganito nila, mga kanapit, hindi pa nila dito. Gusto mo lang kita kayo? Their attitude towards selective fishing technologies is mostly favorable, reflecting openness and recognition of the benefits of responsible fishing. Yet, some traditional beliefs and economic pressures still influence their choices. Regarding practices, fishermen only sometimes apply selective fishing techniques with certain behaviors performed more consistently than others, while some practices are rarely or never followed. So these patterns suggest that although the fishermen have awareness of positive intentions, actual implementation of selective technologies is limited, but lack of resources, access to gears, market pressures, and enforcement challenges. Overall, the study highlights the need for targeted education, capacity building, provision of selective gear, and supporting policies to encourage more consistent and effective adoption of sustainable fishing practices in the community. With recommendation, ensure compliance with fisheries regulations through monitoring and community participation. Implement campaigns to educate fishers on the benefits of selective fishing for sustainability and economic gains. Recommendation.
Kasigaran ng